G'day, Chrissy here from Footprint Tarot. Just before I get into it, if you like what I do and you want to tell others about it, please do. Recommend others. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment if there's anything that you'd like me to read on. There are some things I won't read on. Some readers were reading on the Michael Jackson video and all that documentary. I won't read on things like that. Yeah, it's just, yeah. But political things, or if you've been looking at the Chappaquiddick videos, if there's any historical events you might want me to look at, especially ones that leave a lot of unanswered questions, I'd be happy to look at that. The Chappaquiddick readings, I've done 4 now, and I think I've got one more I wanted to do to finish up the series, but I try to keep them to 1 or 2 at the most, but sometimes the issue is so complex it needs more. Anyway, today, or this evening, it's quite early in the morning here, but you know, sometimes you just have one of those nights where you're wide awake. I am going to ask the question, is Mitch McConnell, sorry, I'll move that back, is Mitch McConnell going to face a vote of no confidence as Senate Majority Leader? That's what he is at the moment. He is the Senate Majority Leader. He's a sucky one, if you ask me. Look, I'm not American. I don't live in America. I do have family who live in America. And, you know, my niece, she lives in America. Her husband's an American. Her children are, of course, American citizens. And, yeah, it's like their lives are being affected by this man, and his allegiance to Trump and stuff. Anyway, so given that, you know, you might know from my previous readings, I try to keep out my personal opinions of people. There are some people who are just, the word vile is still even too good a description for them, you know, too nice a description for them. So without going into it too deep, I think wish people would stop calling him Turtle or Turtle Man. Turtles are quite sweet. It's an insult to turtles, if you ask me. So we'll look at Mitch McConnell. Get rid of my vent. And will Mitch McConnell face a vote of no confidence? Let's make sure. The Page of Mops, the Page of Wands, New Action. That's the bottom. That's the flavour of the reading. New action. Okay, in this instance. So maybe someone's germinating the idea. The situation. Mitch McConnell. 7 of Beetles. That is 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Coins, whatever you want to call it. Which is reap what you sow. Your actions have led to the situation. So if he does face a vote of no confidence, it's going to be because, well, he's there of his own devising because of the decisions he's made and his actions. Challenging a vote of no confidence. The Queen of Beads, or challenging him, the Queen of Beads. Justice. This is often seen as the Queen of Beads, the Queen of Swords. Justice. This is his situation. He is feeling the heat because of his actions. If not publicly, from people, at least from his colleagues, they might not be coming out publicly and saying it, but I think there's pressure being put on him, and it's all because of his own actions. And I think the Queen of Bees, she's buzzing around, and I think there's some legal issues coming up for him, and that's a challenge as well. He might not even get that far. I mean, a vote of no confidence might not even get that far because of his own actions. But we'll see. The basis of the reading, the Four of Beads, the Four of Swords. He's going to need to step back. Four of Swords, stepping back and resting. I think he's going to need to step back. The need for him to step back is the whole basis of this reading. And I think he needs to step back and look at what he's done, or someone's going to force him to step back, maybe. Might do a clarifier on that later. In the past. Three of Beetles, Three of Pentacles, Three of Coins, group work, and not nice group work. I love this deck with the these little fellas look like cockroaches. They don't necessarily look like beetles to me. They look like cockroaches. And cockroaches get together in dark corners to do their dark needs. And this is definitely about dark money, I think. He's been involved in a lot of dark money actions. The present, Five of Beads, Five of Beads, Five of Swords. He wants to win at any cost. And everything he does win, every time he does win something by saying, no, we're not going to bring that to the vote, or no, I'm not going to do that, he might be feeling victorious, but it's a hollow victory. And it's a hollow victory because it's led to the situation of reap where you sow. And I think he's starting to feel that. He set out to win at all costs, and he has won at all costs, getting the judges he wants on the bench, etc., etc. But it's a very hollow victory. His immediate future. The King of Mops, King of Wands, King of Actions. Moths, I think it's suitable here. Moths are drawn to flames. They flutter around in the light. And because they change the light, they change the way the light moves, they draw attention to themselves. But they cause shadow and bouncing, and sort of like this thing with my lamp here. this sort of thing. It draws attention to my hand. It draws attention to something going on that, you know, my hand's out of sight here, but you can still see something, and it draws attention to something that's not quite out of line. And somebody, the King of Bees, is going to draw attention to something. I don't know what, but it could have something to do with, oh, maybe this, or maybe he's win at all costs. And it's going to happen soon. The strength of the situation. This one's the High Priest, or the High Priestess, as it is in other decks. Keys. Keys to wisdom. Keys to knowledge. The strength of this situation, and the situation I'm looking at is whether he's going to face a vote of no confidence. Is that somebody out there has the key to that. That somebody just has to be the Republican who can convince others to say, no, look, we need to do this. The Republican senator. The key to the secrets. He's holding the keys to a lot of secrets too, and I think that's also a strength of his. So I think, reflecting a little bit more, I'm going to go with the latter thing, is that his strength is that he holds the keys to a lot of secrets. He can unlock a lot of secrets, and I think he's holding that over people. What other people see. They see a man who is hanging on to his power by any means necessary. He's holding things close to his chest. And he's not letting anyone. He's hanging on to that power. And he's clinging onto it, and he's holding it close. Because he still has things he wants to do, and he's not prepared to let go yet. That's what they see. His hopes and his fears. Oh, look at this. The Queen of Mops, the Queen of Wands. I think this is Nancy. I've always seen Nancy as the Queen of Wands. She's illuminating things, and she's talking to people. She's in the House of Representatives, but she's the Speaker of the House of Representatives. But she's talking to senators, Republican senators, and he hopes that she's not going to get them to come round, but he fears at the same time that she is. What's a possible outcome for Mitch McConnell and a vote of no confidence? Six of Beads, Six of Swords, a very difficult transition. A very difficult transition. Maybe the transition from being the Senate Majority Leader to just being in the Senate. We'll do a little bit of clarification on a couple of things using my favourite clarifying deck, my blunt object, the blunt truth deck, as I like to call it. There's another name too I like to call it, but I can't remember at the moment. But, yeah. So, let's have a look at the basis of the reading. Has somebody told him why does he have to step back? Why does he have to retreat? Let's have a look at the bottom of the clarifiers. The Hermit. Oh my goodness. The Hermit withdraws. The Hermit withdraws and goes and thinks. And a good hermit goes and thinks and learns from his past mistakes and comes out with possibly new knowledge that he can share and new knowledge that can shine a light on problems. That's in a good sense. But in a bad sense, a hermit can be banished by himself or banished by others. I think maybe that's the flavour of this deck. The clarification, the flavour of why he needs to step back. The Six of Pentacles. He needs to step back because something is going to come out about money and sharing money or deeds with money. That's why he needs to retreat. Let's have a look at his immediate future, number 6, the King of Mops. Let's find. You know, sometimes you might notice I handle the cards different ways sometimes. Mostly I just draw from the top, but sometimes I feel like, no, I'll draw a card a different way this time. And the King of Mops. This is the Hope card. Vulnerability. The Hope card is, in this one there's a bird finding sanctuary in a tree, the tree providing stability, inspiration. The Hope card can also be about vulnerability. I think whoever the King of Mops is going to make Mitch McConnell feel very vulnerable. We'll get a clear clarifier on the Strength card. Is he strength because he has the key to a lot of secrets? Or is somebody else the key to getting rid of him? The Ace of Swords. He holds the keys to a lot of secrets that can lead to the truth, that can cut through the bullshit. The Six of Beads, that's difficult transition. This will be the last card, and I want to see what that difficult transition is about. Five of Wands. It's going to be full of conflict. And the Knight of Wands. Investigations. And the Five of Swords. It's come up again. The win at any cost. Hollow victories. He might survive it, but it's going to be a hollow victory. But I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think, yes, he will be taken down. If he does survive, it's going to be a hollow victory. And he's going to be facing a lot of burdens. for some reason, I just want to keep drawing these cards for a bit. The King of Swords. That could be Trump. Popped into my mind that that's Trump. But no, it's not Trump. I think maybe it's Mueller. I think stuff's going to come out because of Mueller. Anyway, I do need to go because this is going to run out. Thank you again, and please click like and subscribe. Thank you.